Greetings everybody, John Sire here, and this is part 1, the first level, called Warlords and Cowards on realistic difficulty of For Honor. I'm playing on the PC at absolutely max settings. This walkthrough is going to show all of the collectibles, and there's 2 different kinds of collectibles in For Honor. One of them is called breakables. There's 4 of them on this first level, and the second kind is called observables. And observables just kind of add to the story. Breakables, on the other hand, there's just these kind of clay pots scattered throughout the level. They frequently give you iron, which you can spend in multiplayer. So I'd highly recommend getting those if you're not that interested in the story. Anyway, there's 10 observables on this first level. If you want to see a traditional, or if you want to see a no commentary walkthrough for Honor, with all the cutscenes and all the observables and all the story and that kind of stuff, check the link in the description. I'm basically posting, well, this is a highly edited, no cutscene walkthrough. Whereas there's a playlist in the description. It's the same gameplay essentially, but I leave in all the cutscenes and all the story and all the extra dialogue and that kind of stuff. So the first 3 observables are in that first area. The next 3 you can see as soon as you get through the tutorial and you kill that first guy and drop down. Now some of them, like this, I think that wooden structures one and the one before it called Tower, you can see them from different areas. A lot of them though, like the first 3, you have to see right away. You can replay the mission and get them, but if you don't see them, or if you don't click left bumper and observe them, then you'll just have to replay the mission if you want to get credit for that. Now, I just realized I should point out that I am playing with a controller. I'm playing with the Xbox Elite controller on my PC, because I just feel that this game, like Dark Souls, even when I'm playing on the PC, it just controls so, like, it's really designed to play with a controller. I really like it so much more with a controller than the mouse and keyboard. But this game looks so much better on the PC that there's no way that I could play this on the console. Now, anyway, let's talk about the difficulties. Or let's talk about sex, baby. I am on realistic difficulty. I would not recommend trying realistic difficulty immediately for your very first time through the first level. I would play through a couple times until you at least unlock some of the additional feats. Like the first one you unlock after beating the first level will be to heal yourself, which is unbelievably helpful. It has a kind of segmented healing system. For Honor has a segmented healing system. If you look at my white health bar above my character, I can take a hit or 2 if they're light hits, and as long as it doesn't go below the next segment, I will regenerate up to my original spot. As soon as you go below a segment, you can't regenerate above that. But the feats to heal yourself will heal you past those segments. So it's an I would imagine that I'm going to be using that feat for the entire game. I haven't unlocked all of them yet. If you are trying to beat the game through on realistic your first time, I mean, good luck. I've played this game quite a few times actually, in various betas and a couple preview events, so I have a good amount of experience with the combat. The big difference between realistic difficulty and all the other difficulties, well, I'll just talk about all the differences. You get an experience bonus. Oh, so here are the breakables, before I talk about the changes in difficulties. And there's also a fresco observable on the wall there, so just break all those kind of like glowing, flashing pots when you see them. I'm breaking them a second time here, and I'm not getting more iron. So you can't repeatedly break the breakables and get that currency for single player, or I'm sorry, for multiplayer, which you can actually buy and spend additional real money on, which is kind of ridiculous. Anyway, difficulties. There's an experience bonus. The experience level that you have in single player is different from all the experience levels that you get in multiplayer. Higher experience levels will unlock stronger feats. so it's worth leveling up. Realistic difficulty also turns off the blocking and attack indicator for yourself and for your enemies. So if I think the one below realistic is hard and normal and easy. When you're locked onto a strong enemy, like a knight, not just like the cannon fodder, low, like, you know, chumps, it'll have that kind of triangle, the 3 different sides to block to the top, the left, or the right, and you got to learn to recognize, if you want to do it on realistic, you got to learn to recognize what direction they're going to attack without that. And it's not as hard as you would imagine. Once you kind of understand the basics of the controls and the combat and the kind of rock, paper, scissors trade-offs through a lot of parts of this game, again, I would not recommend going right to realistic, just because it's hard enough as it is, especially in multiplayer, to time the blocking, to understand like how all the different pieces of combat work. Like, I still don't have all the moves down for what is this guy, the Warden? Like, his moveset is very, very basic, but there's an opportunity in the duel at the end of this level where I had a perfect opportunity to pick up the enemy and throw him in the fire, but I couldn't remember what that control was. And I ended up having to use my health pack to get through this level. And I mean, it's realistic difficulty. I'm not going to say realistic difficulty, no healing, ultra challenging, all that kind of nonsense. Maybe it's like a challenge later on in the future. But anyway, so here's the boss of the level. And the bosses, well, not every level has a boss, frequently do. But as you can see, in duels like this, when it's just one-on-one with one really strong enemy, and especially because they attack so much faster, it is quite a bit more difficult, and especially because they change their guard so fast, it is quite a bit more difficult to block their attacks and make sure that your attacks are going in the right direction so that your attacks are not blocked by them. See, like right now, I think I stun him in just a second. I should stun him with the X button, and then I kind of hold him, and I don't know what to do. Like right there, I hit him, and I should throw him into the fire, but I couldn't remember what that move was. So until you have the controls down much better, and I'm not necessarily saying the controls down perfectly with every single class, because that will be very difficult to do. At least until you understand the fundamentals of this game and are comfortable switching from one character to the next, and you can kind of pick up the nuances of each character. I would not recommend doing realistic. It's just really freaking hard. Well, it's not that it's that much harder. It's just one extra challenge on top of mastering the already unique controls that this game has. And the unique controls are what make this game so amazing so far, is that it's really got a control scheme unlike any other game I've ever played. Anyway, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for the rest of the walkthrough for updates for that. And give the video a like. It helps me out a lot. Game on.